a semi-woman.
But that right there, huh?
I said, girl, semi-woman.
They're just on the other side of the spectrum. They're closer to the other side of the spectrum, but they're definitely men. They're definitely
Yeah.
men.
Well, and the thing is that one of the issues, and I will say this till I go to my grave, that women have to remember is that goddamned religion.
Woo!
Okay,
Say it.
is the thing that keeps a lot of women in cycles of toxicity and abuse. Because if you really reach back and did what your ancestors, if you did the practices your ancestors did, baby, and I'm not talking about the ones in slavery, I'm talking about before that.
Come on now.
You would be able to make sure that that man was in check. Okay, it's things you could do to make sure they stay in check. And it ain't got nothing to do with what you're not using your vagina to do it either. You're using your natural magical power. So that's why I say you can attract the right man that's going to treat you like a goddess and do everything that he can and everything that you ask him to. But you're going to have to also tap into your goddess energy and use that for real. You know what I'm saying? But that's the part we miss all of that. We miss all of that because we're stuck in that religiosity crap.
Correct. That part. And that is why I'm not a fan of men do this, men want a sex slave. I'm like, I'm not gonna speak that type of shit over my life and then call in the most bottom feeding ass ever in the history of life.
Men just means most men. It doesn't mean all of them. That's how the language works. If I say men do it, it just means the majority of men do it. There are some men who
your data doesn't even support that statement.
Yes, it does. All the data supports it. All the data supports it.
No, it doesn't. I just pulled the data. It doesn't support your argument, babe. I love you, but it doesn't. 20% is not a majority.
20% of what?
All men or black men or white men or
men in general. I had the data run because I was like, let me see what's working out. The only time you get up above 50% is when you start talking about women who have had SA from intimate partners, et cetera, et cetera. But most men, that the data doesn't support that.
What are we talking about? Like most men what?
Most men don't treat women well. Most men want a woman to be their sex slave. Most men are entitled. Like the data doesn't support.
Oh no, that data don't support. The only data that we can all agree on, most men actually perform violent crimes. I think that's worse.
Absolutely.
It's been proven. It's by the FBI.
Look at murders are performed by men.
Violent crimes are done by men.
Well, I don't have none of them in my life, child. I got amazing men around me.
Other types of violence.
And I love them.
But listen,
I don't. But that doesn't mean it's 90% of men doing it. It's just it happens. Right. It's done primarily by men.
Right. That's full of
problems. No, I'm not saying it's not. I was just saying.
Yeah. But I think here's my thing. I think it's cool to disagree. The only reason I hopped up is because he kept needing to go to the bathroom. But I think it's cool to disagree. And I don't see a problem with us disagreeing even on camera. As long as it remains respectful, I think that's good. I think that's a good thing. I think it would be weird if you had 5 women with different generations, different experiences that agreed on everything all the time. So I think it's fine. I hope that's okay that that sometimes we're going to disagree. And I think that's okay.
Because people's experiences are different. Right. Like everybody has had different experiences with men, and I know my experience. I'm just saying this is my experience. I'm surrounded by amazing men. My friends are married to amazing men. I have amazing men in my family. I date amazing men. It doesn't mean we don't have issues, but overall, I am treated well. Yeah. And so that's been my experience, though. I know women who have been abused like their entire life since they were a kid, and they are still working through that now in their adult years because they are still coming into those experiences. And I have never had that experience, but so everybody's experience is different. So I can't say, no, you're wrong. You don't know. I can't say you're wrong to feel a way that you feel about men, because I don't know your experience, but I know
Well,
what
you
mine
probably
is.
know more women who have been with abusive men than women who are
I
like you.
I don't personally,
No.
not in my
That's what she
sphere.
was just saying, baby. In her personal atmosphere, that is not something that
No.
correlates for her.
Okay. No, not for her. I'm saying for women that she knows.
But
Do
why?
more women that have experiences like yours or experiences other like different than yours?
Like I know more women that have
Like
experiences
mine.
like mine.
That's
I
good.
do know
Mhm.
I know some women who have been through the ringer with men, and I'm like, yo, I'm so sorry, whatever. And my advice is, girl, use your magic and get their asses in check. You understand? Put them in the dirt. That's how I deal with things. But I know more women
I'm still
who,
learning that part, Shara.
huh?
So
What you
that's the
say?
part I'm learning. I'm still learning that part.
Uh,
The magic.
But see,
I
when you
feel like
walk, but what I've found walking in that energy though repels the ones that want to come and do something
Correct.
Ooh,
violent.
yeah.
When
Correct.
I walk in
Because
my
your
goddess and
humanity wants to
my
confirm it.
dark goddess energy, they don't even see me. We're not even on the
Correct.
same frequency.
I
Correct.
love it.
And that's the shit we need to be learning. That's the shit
Yeah,
Black women
that's
need to be
the
learning.
workshop we need, girl.
For real.
Yup.
That's the
For
workshop
real.
we need.
Because even if
Jada,
you
what were you
deal with
saying?
somebody and you have challenges, or maybe it doesn't quote unquote work out, like I don't, for me, I don't ever go into any situation expecting drama, nonsense, to be mistreated, and have I had some situations where I was like, I didn't see that coming, but okay, well, I guess you just don't get no access no more. And then we go on with life. I think when we develop the ideology that, oh, well, it's going to be like this because most men are like this, I'm like, we're calling it in. Your humanity wants to affirm your biases, and so you will call in things that make you say, check. I told you they were abusive. Check. I told you they were entitled. Check. I told you they weren't about anything. And that's why I'm like, that type of rhetoric and belief system is dangerous, especially for somebody like me, because I'm powerful as hell. So if I don't,
Manifest it. You
if
manifest it.
I gotta be for real. I gotta be
I
for real about
don't
what's
know.
yeah.
in, not just what's coming out of me.
I hear you. I guess I think about it also like it's systemic, right? So like just like racism, there's no amount of magic that people could have done to like not not have been impacted by racism at some level or degree. So
Mhm.
patriarchy is the same way. It's a system. If men grow up here and don't feel a sense of entitlement, that's like white people growing up here and not feeling or not being indoctrinated to some degree into racism. And so that's the way really that I look at it.
I
More
feel
so.
like I feel like there are men that are good men, but that doesn't absolve them from having things about them that
Right.
are like it's not going to all be great. Like I guess that's
Mhm.
like the best way to put it. I feel like when we have the conversation about it, I think that there is the minority of these men are made to seem like they are the majority, especially with like the extreme views that the minority has. Especially like I don't know, you might not be involved as much with like the stuff on TikTok, the culture of TikTok, but there's like the red pill community.
Mhm.
And that when you're on TikTok, it can seem like that is the majority of men, but they're just the loudest ones. And I'm sure you've heard that concept before, but I feel like that still reigns true. And there are things that they do, behaviors that they have, and things that they conjure up that they decide they just want to do because they feel like they're supposed to, that they can still be behaviors in the good men as well. And so like I feel like when we have the conversations about our experiences with them, it seems like we go from one extreme to the other. Like there we either have really good men or we have trash men, but there isn't a lot of like nuance that's given in terms of like what those relationships are like and what the things and tendencies that they have that aren't great, but it doesn't take away from who they are overall as a person, which I
Mhm.
think would help to add some context to the conversation.